So, Darcy, tell me about the car.
It's fiberglass 1932 Ford.
Okay. And what all have you done with the car?
Frame off restoration. I mean, basically I got the car where it would roll, and then well, you take everything all back off and you start from the frame, and then you build the rear end, and you build the front end, and you build brakes, and then you drive shaft, motor, transmission, suspension stuff, all the headlights, cooling system, air conditioning.
So you've put pretty much everything on what was just a plain
Shell.
chassis, right?
Plain shell, yeah. It's pretty much, if you need a project that's going to keep you busy for multiple years, build you a hot rod.
How long have you been working on it?
Close to 4 years, probably.
Wow.
4 years.
And so, when you were, what made you decide to even do this?
Well, when I was a kid, you know, I was 16, 17, and I seen one of these cars, and ever since I've seen one, I had to have one. And so now that my kids are grown and they're all out gone, and you know, almost close to retirement, I want to build one.
Okay.
So that's
all right. So you've got time to play, and
got time to play. Yeah. Just fiddle with it. You know, I haven't really I got after it again come this Christmas. You know, at Christmas time, my family was here, and you know, it was a long way away from being done. And I thought, you know, something must have happened. What are they going to do with all these parts? So then I started all over. I had it painted one color. I was going to make it a two-tone paint, and I just wasn't feeling it after that. So then I took it all back apart, and then going back just strictly street hot rod.
Okay.
Back to old school hot rod, what I want to do.
And so I see there's flames on the doors. You airbrush those?
Yeah. All the body work, you know, it's hundreds and hundreds of hours on the body, and then a couple of months ago, got everything all painted, and then which I had some help too, obviously. And then did the flames one Sunday morning, and then we put the clear coat on it here on a Sunday morning at 38 degrees and pouring down rain. So the odds were against us, but from right here and from what you're seeing, you know, it's going to be good. You know, it needs some final buffing and all that, but you know, I still have probably 2 or 3 months worth of work to finish up. Time to get everything done. And
what all do you have left to do on it?
Well, finish the air conditioning up. Got an emergency brake system I want to put on it. All the interior's got to be done. Got to put an internal gas tank, because I took back in the day, these cars had a gas tank in the rear right behind the bumper, and I eliminated all that, and so put a new roll pen on the back, and then I'm putting the gas tank in the trunk.
Okay.
So and then it's all got, like it's a modern car. It's got, you know, power windows and power brakes and power trunk lid. And,
a lot of features that were not standard in 32.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's got all the modern stuff just on an old car.
Henry Ford never thought about an air conditioner, did he?
No, except for the push-out window. Well, you know, he did have the air conditioner back then. The push-out window, you know, and yeah.
So now the engine, how much of that did you build yourself, or?
That's basically a crate motor.
Okay.
So it just comes with the oil pan and a block, and then like the intake and all the valve cover, all the stuff, the bolt-on stuff you have to buy and put all that on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, and it's got like a serpentine belt system like these modern cars do, you know, and it should perform just fine. I think it will.
And so, other than just driving it down the road and impressing all the girls, what are you planning on doing with this?
That's probably all about it. I might take it to a few car shows and see what people think about it, you know. I don't know, just have to sort of see how it turns out, you know. It all depends. I hope it turns out good, you know. But, you know, you got to remember, too, it's being built in the backyard, you know, in Farmington, so you just doing the best you can.
And so, you were telling me earlier, you've built a number of cars like this in the past. What, 4, 5, 6, something like that?
Yeah, I built, first one my son and I built, Kyle was 11, we bought a 63 Nova, and it was supposed to be a car for school. Well, one thing led to another, and it was a frame off. And finished it one night about 1:30, and the next day went to Super Chevy Show, and lo and behold, he come first place out of 49 Novas. Got in the magazine and run top 10 editor's choice, and so that was mind-blowing. And then we kept it for a while, and then sold it. Then we bought went to a car show and bought a 23 T-bucket, basically like this. It's just a frame and a body. All we had, no wheels, nothing. And then we built all that, and that worked out. That won a few shows too. That was pretty neat. And then sold it. And I built a 28 and a 29 and fooled with a 30 and 31, the old ones, but you know, those older cars are not as practical, you know what I mean, they don't have good brakes, and just lost interest in that. And then I've always wanted to build this, and so now this is what we're after.
Okay.
And I could build them every day if I could.
So we were also talking, you go every day to work and you work on cars, other people's cars.
Yeah.
And then you come home after you get off work and you work on cars. Tell me about that.
Well, it's a whole different, it's a whole different hobby. I mean, you know, working on these modern day cars now, you know, I mean, you got to make a living, and they're all great and all that, but to come home and to fool with something like this, and if you have the passion for it, I can't get rid of it. You know, I've tried to forget about this car, but you know, just come back and keep doing it and keep doing it, and beat myself to death, and another few hundred hours and we'll get it. You know, but nah, I don't know. It's just a passion for building old hot rods, I guess. I don't know. Just like it. It's good therapy, really, if anything. You know, you can hide away from all that everyday stuff and just come and fiddle with this.
And so now you're a couple of months from being done. You getting excited about it?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm getting real excited. The only thing I'm a little nervous, I want to try to do it, well, I've been trying to do it all myself. I'm going to tackle the interior, which I've never done that before, so that's making panels and headliners, and that'll be an interesting part of the project, but, you know, hopefully I can do it. We'll see. Hopefully we can. I think it'll turn out pretty good. It should turn a head or two, hopefully, you know, at 15, 20 feet away.
Right.